Hey guys, welcome to another edition of K Cards Baseball. Thanks for joining me tonight on this fine Tuesday evening out there, wherever you might be. I happen to be in Madison, Wisconsin for work. If you guys have never had a chance to be in Madison, Wisconsin or get to Madison, Wisconsin, it's a really nice area. I would highly recommend it. Plenty of things to do here. Most people think of it as primarily a college town, with the University of Wisconsin being in this city, right in downtown Madison. But they have many things to do besides just the University of Wisconsin. Really good restaurants, good outdoor stuff to do. Just generally a really cool area. I really like coming to Madison. It's one of my favorite towns I happen to visit on my travels. So tonight on the channel, what we are primarily going to talk about is collecting on a budget, and we're going to update the prospects that you should be investing in right now, and we're going to look at guys that you can buy into right now still, even though the season has started, and you can get their rookie card still for under let's say $10 to $15. So we're going to be looking at the top 5 prospects in that category. Some of them might be repeats from the video that I did a couple months ago before the season, but now that we've gotten into the season, I thought I would update it a little bit. I also do want to touch on a video I did last Thursday. If you guys didn't have a chance to see it, it was a video about the state of the hobby and people that are out there currently ruining the hobby. Basically talking about flippers and people that basically go into Target stores or Walmarts and remove all the existing cards that are on the shelf. And in this case, I ran into a guy that was buying Panini Monopoly Prism cards in the game section, and so I covered that and talked about that and my frustration with it and frustration with flippers in general. So if you didn't have a chance to check out that video, I would highly recommend it. It got off to kind of a slow start, had a few views Friday and Saturday, but for some reason on Sunday it really took off and had like 1,500 views, and I think it had like 25 subscribers sign up on Sunday, so that was really cool. If you're one of those new subscribers that signed up this past weekend, welcome aboard. I do want to briefly touch on what the channel is about a little bit, just so you guys are aware. We do videos such as collecting on a budget, so we talk about buying cards on a budget where you guys can flip them and make a few bucks here and there. We talk about vintage baseball cards. One of the things I do in the hobby is I take people's collections where people want to get out of their vintage cards, let's say 1975 and prior, and I help them basically get rid of them for them. So it's a consignment type of deal, and I do auction previews for vintage cards, and those videos get a really good reaction. So if you're interested in vintage cards, I would definitely check out those videos. I think that you will find them quite informative and entertaining at the same time to some extent. We also do breaks on the channel. I'm not a guy that's going to go out and buy cases of product and break them on the channel. Not one of those big breakers like Jabs or Striker or even my guy Brett that's Step in the Box. So I'm a guy that's going to buy a blaster box at Target once in a while, or a mega box, or some fat packs or hangers, or whatever the situation is, or a hobby box at my LCS, and break them on the channel. I don't really have the money to spend on buying large volumes of cards and breaking them on the channel. I am a small budget, small revenue collector, and I think that people identify and like the channel because I think a lot of collectors out there, hobbyists, are in the same boat as I am, where don't have a lot of money to invest a large amount of sum into the hobby, but still have the same amount of passion as any one of those guys that do buy cases of product, let's say, or whatever. So hopefully these videos are generally educational, especially the collecting on a budget series, and also on the breaks and things like that, because I try and make them basically for the everyday hobbyist. So that is about all the stuff that we cover primarily on the channel. If you guys have any content creation ideas, I'm always open up to new ideas, and I would be really interested in anything you guys have to say. On that video I did the other day, got a lot of really good comments, so I definitely appreciate the feedback. It was by far the most comments I've ever gotten in any one of my videos. I think I had dang near 70 comments. I did respond to all of them as best I possibly could. If you didn't get a response, I apologize to you for that. I tried to do the best job that I possibly could as far as that. So I got lots of really positive feedback, some negative feedback, which is fine because, like I said, I'm always trying to improve the channel and improve the videos that I do. So again, welcome to the channel, and again, I hope you guys enjoy the content that we have going forward. That being said, I do want to recognize some of the new subscribers to the channel before we move on here. The first one up is DodgerTown76. Welcome to the channel, DodgerTown. He's the guy that did leave me some good feedback the other day, so definitely welcome aboard. USA Patriot, I definitely appreciate the comments they left on the video I did the other day, so again, thank you, USA Patriot. I think it's Doko, D-O-K-O. If I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize to you. I'm not meaning to mispronounce it, but sometimes I screw them up. These guys, the regular viewers of the channel, know sometimes when I'm up on my packs, I'm not the greatest at pronouncing the names of some of the players. I do the best I can, but yeah, anyways. Rick Osborne, Blackbeard Breaks. So welcome aboard, Blackbeard Breaks. Q Beast Mode. Dan Casey. If you are the Dan Casey that I was really good friends of when I was a much younger man in my teenage years and swam with, please reach out to me, Dan. I'd like to hear what you're up to. So if you are that Dan Casey, welcome aboard. If you're not, welcome aboard anyways. It's kind of a coincidence that Dan Casey, or a person that I hung out with as a kid, is the same name as this new subscriber. Sobrero's Family Card Collecting. I had a chance to check out their channel. Pretty good channel. If you're interested in stuff, definitely go to that channel. Jason Holland, Ryan Hammers, my good friend Ryan Hammers, who I worked with in a past life. Welcome aboard, Ryan. Good to see you. And reach out to me, and hopefully we can get together sometime. Steve Cancer 01. Prepitz Oranginata, welcome aboard. Kid Face, welcome aboard, Kid Face. I watched a few of your videos. It definitely is welcome to the channel, and I appreciate you signing up. So those are the new subscribers to the channel. Welcome aboard, everyone, and let's get on with what we got going on today. So anyways, what we're going to talk about again is the top 5 prospects. I'm actually going to... So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch over to my computer, and we're going to go through these top 5 prospects right now. Talk a little bit about what their season's like so far, and look at some of their cards. So without further ado, let's switch to the computer. So the first guy that we're going to take a look at here is Jackson Chourio. As you guys know, he got called up right out of spring training this year with the Milwaukee Brewers, and it's gotten off to a pretty decent start. I would call him basically the front runner for the National League Rookie of the Year, if there is such a thing. 10 games into the season, him and Yamamoto are still considered number 1 and 2 in the chase for Rookie of the Year in the National League. Obviously, there can be some monkey wrenches thrown into that if guys get called up during the first couple months here and really come in and start tearing it up. So, but right now he is considered the front runner, and hopefully he continues on the pace that he currently is going on. His rookie card, like I said, is the 2022 Bowman. That is number BP79. And the paper card you can generally get for under $5, anywhere between $2.50 and $5, which is not too bad. I would expect it to go up quite dramatically as the year continues on, if he continues on this pace and continues as the front runner for the Rookie of the Year chase. Now, we are just talking mostly about raw cards. I'm not going to get so much into the graded cards, because obviously if you get Gem Mints 10s, they're going to be quite a bit more expensive. Like I said, I'm looking primarily for cards that in the more affordable price range of $5 to $10 in their raw form. So it makes it really affordable. and then we can decide from there whether or not we want to send them off to get graded, or whether or not we want to turn around and hold on to them and sell them at one of the upcoming selling markers, so that we can get a better return on our investment. As you can see here, this Chrome card is still generally, you can get them for under $10. Here's one for $9.89. Here's one up here for $8.50. This one got 6 bids. This one got 9 bids for $12.50. This one's on a buy it now for $9.89. And here's one for $9.99 on a buy it now. So you can get this card still for under $10 on his Chrome first. The refractors obviously are going to be more, and the gradeds are going to be more. But as you can see, as we run down the list here, a lot of them are going to be in that $5 to $10 range. And again, I would expect these cards to go up continuously throughout the year. And this would be a really good investment if he, like I said, if he continues on the pace that he is right now, and he ends up becoming the Rookie of the Year. If that ends up being the case, this card is probably going to be worth 2 to 3 times more than what they currently are. So this would be a really good buy for right now at the beginning of the season. And we'll have to see mid-season where it is, but right now it is a really good buy. Number 2 on my list is Jackson Holliday. If you guys haven't heard the news, he got called up tonight. So he might turn into more of a sell than a buy at this particular point. But I got him right now on the buy list. But if he gets off to a good start when he comes up here tomorrow, he might be a guy that might turn into a sell. I know that right now I've got 2 or 3 of his cards listed on eBay, and I'm doing pretty well with them. But you can still get his rookie card for under $10, number BD168, in the 2022 Bowman Draft set. So I'm lucky enough to have his Chrome refractor. But I don't know if I'm going to sell that card right now. Right now in the raw form, it's going for about $80 to $100. But if he gets off to a good start when he gets up here with the big league, it might take off quite dramatically from the price that it's currently at. But as you can see, his paper first you can get for generally under $10. Here is one for $10.99. Here's one for $7.99 on a buy it now. Here's one for $9.99 on a buy it now, a $10 buy it now. But again, I would expect this to creep over that $10 mark in the coming days as he continues to get games underneath his belt. Down in the minor leagues, he was just ripping it up. I mean, the Orioles basically didn't have any choice but to call him up at this particular point. He was batting .333 down to AAA. He had a couple home runs. He had 9 RBIs, 1.077 OPS. The most impressive stat is he had 42 at-bats, and in those 42 at-bats, he had 12 base on balls. And I think he had like 4 strikeouts, so his plate discipline is quite impressive. Now, obviously, once he faces big league pitching, it might be a different scenario, but if he has that foundation, I think that it is going to be quite amazing. Wow, look at this card. 22-22 first Bowman Draft. Blue refractor auto to 150 PSA 10 for $6,500. That is pretty unbelievable. For an unproven prospect. That's pretty incredible. You can see a lot of his graded stuff is going to be in that $200 to $300 range. Here's a sapphire for $329. But again, we're just looking at base. His base paper. Here's another one for $895. Good value. I would expect this card to go up 2 to 3 times here in the next month or two if he gets off to a really good start, and every indication is that he probably will get off to a good start once he gets to the big club. So that is Jackson Holliday. Next up, we got Mr. Wyatt Langford. As you guys know, he got called up with the Texas Rangers right out of spring training this year, even though I think somewhere I read that he had a total of 280 days in the minors. Crazy that this guy has just had the ascension that he has. But he is a heck of a baseball player, and I think he's going to be a superstar in the coming years. So it's kind of hard to find his base Bowman cards. You guys know it's 2023 Bowman Draft last year. was his base rookie card. Here's his Chrome for $18.50, but you can still buy his paper. Here's one for $6.99. Here's a couple of them for $6.49. You get two of them. That's a heck of a deal. Two cards for $6.49. Good deal on that paper. Most of his Chrome are in that pretty high priced range. Here's one for $21. I was lucky enough to buy his Bowman Chrome first at a card show a month ago. I think at the beginning of or middle of February, end of February maybe. I bought it for $10. So that was a really good deal. Right now, I think it's probably in the $25 range. Here's another paper for $7.49. He hasn't gotten off to the best start. He's batting 261 with 6 RBI with only a 640 OPS. My concern is he's had 4 base on balls to 10 strikeouts, and I think he's had somewhere around 45 at bats. So that strikeout to walk ratio is a little bit on the high side. So I think he's got to improve his discipline a little bit, be a little bit more disciplined at the plate in order for his batting to take off a little bit. It doesn't give me the option to look at his Chrome cards. Anyways, so that is Wyatt Langford. Like I said, you can still get his paper for under $10, but I don't think that's going to hold very long, as he is still considered the front runner for the Rookie of the Year in the American League. Obviously, with Jackson Holliday being called up now, he could give Wyatt Langford a run for his money. I think it will come down to those two, but who knows? There might be someone that comes out of the woodwork that might change that going forward. But anyways, that is Wyatt Langford. Next up on the list is Mr. Paul Skeens. As you guys know, he was the first overall pick in the draft last year. His rookie card is the 2023 Bowman draft with Wyatt Langford, same set. That set is just taking off. Those boxes, when they first came out, those jumbo boxes were like $5.25 and the other ones were like $7.50. Now the prices are going up quite dramatically. That they have Paul Skeens in them, Wyatt Langford, Walker Jenkins is in that set, and a lot more. So these cards are kind of taking off here a little bit. Paul Skeens is just absolutely dominating minor league pitching. I don't think the Pirates can keep him down there much longer. I know that they typically wait till the June call-up before they bring up their prospects, but I don't know, especially since they've gotten off to a good start this year. I don't know how they're going to be able to keep him down in the minors. This guy can lead them to the playoffs for the first time in a while. His stats down at minor leagues, he's only had 6 innings pitched, 2 starts and 6 inning pitch. He's only given up 1 hit in 6 innings with 11 strikeouts. That's unbelievable. Opponents are only batting .053 against him, and his whip is .33. Unbelievable. He hasn't given up a home run, obviously, with only 1 hit given up in 6 innings, and his strikeouts are just crazy. He typically tops 100 miles an hour with his fastball on a regular basis. I don't think the Pirates are going to be able to keep him down much longer. If he does get called up, I would expect his cards to take off quite dramatically. Right now, you can still get his paper. Here's one for $2. Here's one for $1.86, basically $2. $5.89 here. His Chrome, here's one for $10 on his Chrome. $8.50 on Chrome. Here's an auto for $172, but we don't look at that. We're looking at Chrome base and also paper base. Here's a Chrome refractor for $22. Another one for $17. So he is still very affordable. So I would be investing in Paul Skeens as much as you can at this particular point, because I think that he has a chance, if he gets called up in time, to be he could be in the Rookie of the Year running. I don't think he's going to be in the chase for Cy Young or anything like that, but you never know. He might be the Kodai Senga from last year. That is Paul Skeens. The last guy that we're going to look at is Colton Cower. As you guys know, he is a rookie in the current Series 1 top set in 2024 Series 1. He does have his rookie card in that set. But that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at primarily his 2021 Bowman Cron draft, or Bowman draft card. Um, and he has gotten off, he's had a limited number of bats, so only 15 at bats because he's primarily been coming in and pinch hitting situations. And the Orioles have a pretty serious problem with all these prospects that they have. I don't know what the heck they're going to do because now they called up Jackson Holiday. They got Colton Cower. They've got Kobe Mayo, which is another guy that's ready for the big leagues. They just have a tremendous, unbelievable amount of hot prospects and top line, top of the chart type of prospects. So, and they're going to run out of room. So, I don't know if they're going to look at moving some of these guys at the trade deadline. That'll be very interesting to watch as we run through the season. But Colton Cower, like I said, he's only at 15 at bats. But in those 15 at bats, he's had 7 hits, including 4 doubles. He's got a .467 batting average with a 1.171 OPS. How do you leave that guy as a pinch hitter? I don't have any idea. If you look at his numbers, the games that he gets more than 2 at-bats, his success rate is quite a bit more than the games that he only gets 1 at-bat as a pinch hitter. So I don't know what they're going to do with Colton Cower or any of these other prospects they got coming up, but we can still take advantage of him. His paper card here, his 2021 Bowman Draft First Edition paper, is still under $5, $2.69. Here's a buy it now for $2.99. His chrome is generally under $10. Here's a $9.71. Here's an $8.78, and that's actually a blue foil refractor. That's pretty crazy. Here's another refractor for $7.99. Here's another one for $6.95. So he's a guy that if he gets more at bats, more playing time, I think that he has a potential to really take off. Again, batting .467 with 7 hits and 15 at bats. That's just crazy. And I don't think they're going to be able to leave him on the bench on a regular basis going forward. But, you know, they just called it Jackson Holiday, like I said. So we'll just have to watch him. And but right now for us, I think that he would be a really strong investment. Who knows? He might have a chance at giving Wyatt Langford a run for his money and Rookie of the Year if he gets more ABs. But we'll have to see how the rest of the year plays off. He might go up 2 to 3x his current price, his current value. But we will have to watch it. Right now, be buying Colton Cower. If you run across a card show or in the dollar bin and you see a bunch of his cards, I would be buying them. So that is that. So that's our top 5 players or prospects to be investing in right now. And we'll update this list as we continue throughout the year and see what we got going forward. If you guys have any questions about this or have any feedback on this, any discussion points, or have players that I might have missed out on, definitely throw that down in the comments. We'll be interested in hearing your comments on this stuff. Just a quick note here before I move on. I do have another video that I'm going to be doing, another collecting on a budget video that I will be doing on Thursday most likely, which will be looking at collecting on a budget vintage cards. And we're going to primarily focus on vintage cards from 1951 to 1972. As you guys know, vintage cards are kind of my jam, so I'm looking forward to doing that video, and hopefully that'll be good information for you guys. So that is all I got for you guys tonight. Again, if you are new to the channel and haven't watched this videos and you did like the content or any content that I have, please hit that like and subscribe. It helps me out a tremendous amount. We are nearing 400 subscribers to the channel. As you guys know, we have a giveaway going on for 400 subscribers where we're giving away the top 10 rookie cards in 2024 Series 1. And that is the giveaway for 400 subscribers. So one lucky subscriber out there will win those 10 rookie cards. So with that being said, I will let you guys get out of here. I know this video ran a little bit long, so I appreciate you sticking with me. Again, hit that like and subscribe, and be safe out there and happy collecting. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.